Hey, hey, hey. What happens when seasons change? Okay? I just want you to know seasons change, and when seasons change, you change what? With them. Okay, so my garden, this thing seems really good. I put this filter on here so it'll be a little brighter out here. But I'm just going to show you. Look at here. Look at here. Look at here. Look, 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 and then look. That's unbelievable. So I don't even know where to begin, but I'm going to begin because I have to. Okay? So when I'm coming over in here like this, and this, and this, and this, my husband was preaching a message and saying the message was consider this. Well, it's talking about the soldier, the athlete, and the farmer. Well, you know, all of them denote endurance. And so since you're here, we've got to do what's necessary, because this is absolutely unbelievable to me that it is like this. And but it's gonna be okay, because nothing stops me, nothing at all. So hopefully you're having a great day. I am. And Bailey's here with me. She was not prepared to get into all of this, and so I'm just gonna come through here and just knock this down as much as possible with my legs. Oh my God, it's just unbelievable. It's unbelievable. So I have a couple of people that are coming to pick on today. But when they get here, we'll do what we do. But until then, we're gonna do what we do. So I'm thinking maybe, hey there, hi there, hi there. It is all about what you do and making sure you can do it effectively. So nothing should stop you. If the seed is there, whether it's good or bad, let me tell you, it's going to come up. The seeds are going to come up. My friends and enemies. Let me just tell you, if you don't want to grow it, don't sow it. If you don't want to grow it, don't sow it. But if you want to grow it, I'm going to say this. I have on repellent, and I have things on the repellent sheets and all of that, and I'm sprayed down. But I promise you this, if you don't want to sow it, to grow it, don't sow it. Because if you sow it, you're going to grow it. This is so exciting on one hand, and then on another hand, look at this. I just pulled up the whole thing off of another root. Now look at there. Pulling this, sometimes you will lose something else. So I have to replant this, because this is a whole stalk of greens. So might as well just go ahead and pluck it. And look at that bee. Yep. So it's a great season. I'm saying that the seasons change. When the seasons change, you got to know how to really flow with what you have. How you going to do it? You're going to talk to yourself, pray and talk to God, and ask him to give you what's next. And as he gives you what's next, guess what's going to happen? Next will come. If you're not prepared for the next, hey, that's nobody's fault but who? Yours. So you got to be prepared. This is just absolutely wonderful. We've had a wonderful season. You saw that we got out here and we planted things in, when was that? June. That was June, and this is September. I found out that I can have it plowed up again and I can start all over. Well, honey, I never knew that. So since we know what we know, we're going to do what we do. Somebody asked me a couple of weeks ago, where are your nails? And I was looking like, so you got jokes, huh? So you have jokes. On my fingers, that's where my nails are. When you're out here, you are doing, this is manual labor at its best. At its best, I would think. Yeah. It's manual labor. It's gonna be great. Do you hear the crisp snaps of everything? Oh, this is absolutely wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. So we are out here and we're gonna get this done. So many of you have been in on this. Whether you've been out here with us, you've been very supportive. We say thank you because in this season, you have been able to see a start and a workable process of not just starting, but finishing and reaping and sowing. But if you never get anything started, you can't expect anything to happen. So I'm saying this, it's a season, we're in the comeback season with everything. So you got to come back with a different plan. You got to come back with a different process possibly of life and living. But when you come back with whatever you're doing, come back strong. Oh yeah, come back strong. Now, I don't know what's going on, but it's some bees out here. Bees out here today. I've never really seen any bees, but they're here today, sugar. They are here. They are here. They are here. And so in this new season, I want you to do a few things that are going to help you. Number one, get a list. Make a list of things that you desire. Make you a new desire list. Change your color. Change the color of your hair. Get you a new color, or go back and revisit your old color that you forgot about, that you really love because you've just been so busy doing any and everything else for everybody else. So I'm going to invite you to start enjoying yourself again. With your life. Yeah, do that, and do that quickly. Now let me tell you something. I learned something in that message on Sunday that my husband preached. Consider this, and I'm going to tell you something. What I recognize is nothing happens by accident. You've got to be intentional with whatever you're doing and however you're doing it. In order for it to happen, you've got to do you've got to do it. So if you forgot about what you thought you should, what is Tanisha saying? Tanisha is coming out here. She got twisted up. She was over in another borough and not out here. So if anybody knows Tanisha Taylor, Candace, call your sister. Tell your sister I'm out here, and we're on live. We're on live. But I want you to, let me get back to this. I want you to jump in with your new ideas. But you can't get an idea and remember it sometimes without being faithful to write it down. So somebody says, well, I put it in my phone. I put it in my iPad. Honey, let me tell you something. You know how desperate all of us get if the battery runs out. Oh my God. You don't want to lose it. You got to figure out where the charge is. Put it on paper. When you write things down, it's sometimes seemingly and strangely, you remember it a lot better. So what am I saying? Get going with what you're doing. Get going and start all over with possibly something that you can do that's going to make a difference this time that didn't make a difference the last time. So, being consistent as a soldier. Soldier means you committed, and not only are you committed, but as a soldier, you commit yourself to someone else's plan. You commit yourself to someone else's practice. You commit yourself to someone else's routine. You commit yourself to things that are unfamiliar as a soldier, because you are committing yourself to a cause, to a mission, and there will be a reward with it. Now, with an athlete, you start training for whatever the situation is. If you want to be a track run track. You have to go out and you got to do exercises. They're going to try to figure out what class they put you in. What do I mean by class? Are you going to be long distance? Are you going to be a marathon runner? Or are you going to be short distance? Everything you've got to train for it. So in life, nothing is there for you to just do haphazardly. There's a time and a season and a system. So you got to get out and get involved with something. Nothing is going to happen that's going to be worth anything without a process, a schedule, a routine. You have to do all of those things. When do you do them? You do them immediately. Somebody said, well, I don't have time. You got time enough to do whatever else you're doing. If you got everybody else's business on your plate, scoot something over and put you on that plate. Make sure that you are going to become involved and happy about being involved with your new season and the process in which you are working in. With that athlete, let me say this, with that athlete, you have to train continuously, untiringly, to make sure that you end up to follow the system that the coach gives you or the game gives you so that you can be the best, and they want to see what they can get out of you. Sometimes it's somebody else that sees more in you than you see in yourselves. That's the truth. I wish I could get some hearts on that. There's so many people that see the best in you or more in you than you can imagine, but because of your fears, your frustrations, your disappointments in the past, you don't have the courage to actually do it yourself. But I'm here to tell you, that's why you have mentors in your life, you have pastors in your life, you have missionaries in your life, you have people that have been there or the Lord has put in your life to help you. I'm here to help you to become the better you and the best you that you can possibly become. Why? Because you have what it takes to make it and to make your life great and to make your life better. If you'll get up and try again in this new season, I promise you this may be your breaking point that you can break through and become that best you that you can possibly become. But if you get stuck with, it didn't happen for me before. So what? It didn't happen your way, but it got you to a good place that, number one, you can do even more with your life because you've learned from everything that didn't work or worked somewhat to its fullest return. This time, it can end up being the best. Okay? But you'll never know it until you what? Go at it. So let's go at it again. New seasons. We are in the comeback season to go at it when? Again. To go at it again. To go at it again. To go at it again. So as an athlete, you don't run one race and you don't run and play one tennis match. The little girl that just won, Coco, oh my God, magnificent. It's always somebody that's training while you're working. So you can be the boss today, but it's some little kid training with your fundamentals. And it's just like a musician. Musicians may be the best today. Singers may be the best today. But there's some little somebody that's sitting at home studying your music, studying your form, studying your style, and they will come up and they will duplicate what you're doing. And sometimes because they want it so bad and you forgot how it was to do what it took to become the best, you stop and you get lax and you get lazy while that other little person is in the back and they're really studying. They're saying, oh, did you see this? Did you see that? Michael Jackson, I watched a documentary some years ago, and he was doing his spin over and over and over again. And the photographer and the videographer said, you got that. Why are you doing it again? He says, I've got to get it better than this. He said, because it's some little kid that's going to see this video, that's going to see it one time, and he's going to be able to master what I've been trying to do for years. That's just your life. You may be the master today, but somebody is studying you. So let's study to be the best so that someone else can become better. So in this season, I want you to know you've got another chance to make this the best season that you can make it. You don't need sometimes anybody to be a part of that season to get the job done. I don't mind getting out here. You know why? Because everything that's planted, every seed that I planted out here, I'm able to sow from it. I'm able to reap. I've sown, I'm able to reap from it. So I'm excited because it didn't have to be, but because God has allowed it to be. This is one of the rewards. Look at here. Bailey, can you believe this? Can you believe this? Can you believe this? I've been knocking stuff down with my boots, so let me knock on down some more. Bailey made her arrival with shorts on, and I'm praying to God that...
I'm about to go get back in the car.
You're going to go back in the car?
Yeah, I can't do this.
Come tell him why you can't do it. Here we have somebody that's going to give up. You're going to mess up my lesson for today. I'm talking about coming back and going into a new season. You're talking about going back in the car. Lord.
Yeah, well...
Look. You're not prepared, huh? I told you.
You did not tell me anything. You said let's go there.
Oh, you gonna talk? Everybody hit your share button. Help me out. Help me out. Help me out.
Yeah, I don't have the right attire on. These are holes in this shirt.
Oh, yeah.
So that I don't sweat. I don't get hot, and that's not good for out here.
Okay, so watch it. So everybody that has been on here, go back and listen to what I said. Get excited about your new season. And when people come along like this one and says I can't do it, guess what you do? You keep on moving and you do it anyway because it's your field. It's your field. Take the seat, Copper. Take the...
You just tried to make a lesson out of me?
Yeah, well, you came in at a good point. No, you're dependable all of the time. But just what happened today. Did some bite you already? Okay, so go get in the car. Okay, I told you to spray yourself.
That has nothing to
All right, I love you all. If you haven't heard it all day, let me tell you. Jesus took out so much time when he decided to make you that he made you specifically to prosper. To prosper, and to be excited about prospering. If you have not done anything that you think is exciting enough, get at it again. Go back to the beginning. Draw up some new plans because this is a great season for those plans to come to full fruition. I'm excited about what's happening because, honey, as long as I have seed in the ground, just like in the offering, as long as I have seed in the ground, guess what? I can expect a harvest. He made somebody magnificent when he made you. So why don't you spread the love of Jesus Christ on the day? Call somebody that you haven't talked to in a while. Let them know that Jesus is going to do some great things and incredible things in this season. But you got to get up and go at it again. Great things are coming. Just keep looking ahead.